Hello and welcome to episode 101 of
The Eldritch Podblast.
I am Margaret.
I'm Jack.
And hello. So weird to say 101.
A hundy and one.
Hundy and Wondo.
Exactly.
One hundy and Wondo.
One hundy and wondo.
Absolutely insane.
Number 100 and wondo.
Number 100 Wondo Dodo.
Biggity daddy do. Diddy daddy do.
Wow,
Exactly.
Imagine if that's our first copyright strike from the hamster dance.
Imagine the hamster dance.
Please, hamster dance, let me have fun. Please. Where did that come from?
Don't know, it just sounded like what you said.
Hello.
Hello.
Happy New Year once again.
Welcome to the year of our Lord 2024.
Yeah, welcome to the year of our Lord, the Entity.
Yeah, the Lord, our Lord and Saviour.
It's the year of the Entity, so here you go.
Deliver us from evil. Deliver us.
Too evil.
What do we reckon?
Cheers.
Cheers to that.
Some
Am I right?
exciting stuff coming this year.
Yeah.
To be fair, we've probably already gone over all of this in our New Year's Day episode.
But this episode on the 4th of January was recorded on the 16th of December.
So make of that what you will. And we haven't recorded the 100th episode yet, for reasons you will see why.
The Christmas episode. I'm looking at the reasons why right now.
I wonder if you can see the reason.
Nah.
The reason.
You might be able to see the reason.
I feel like you might be
But
able
the
to see
thing
the
is,
reason.
you already know the reason.
True, yeah, you can definitely see it.
And you already know the reason because you've already seen the episode.
Oh, yeah. Oh my god!
You've already seen the
100 balloons,
the large balloons that
Yeah,
we
of course.
that we probably wrestled with the entire episode.
So big. Oh my
so
god.
Large.
So large.
I went to the Margaret was like, just go and buy the balloons and get them to blow them up, and I was like, all right, sounds. I went to the shop. Sorry, the Amazon man came to the door.
Yeah.
The Amazon man delivered some stuff that you'll have seen on the Christmas episode.
Yeah, that you'll have already seen. We haven't yet.
No, we haven't.
So no idea what that looks like.
But I went to the shop and went to Card Factory.
Yeah.
This episode's sponsored by Card Factory. Thank you
Yeah,
very much,
thank
Card
you,
Factory.
Card Factory.
And I was blowing up the balloons, and I was stood at the front counter, and I could see through into the back where she was pumping up the balloons.
Yeah.
And I just saw this gargantuan zero like float past the glass, and I pulled my phone out and I was like,
they're so big.
Margaret, they're so big.
Oh my god, they're so big.
I couldn't
even fathom how big they were.
I went back to the car and I parked in a really far away space because I was like, if they're big, like I'll get them in the back. Two people parked right next to me, really close. So I had to try and squeeze those 100 balloons in the back of my car. And there were people walking past me, and I was like, So,
yeah. We've probably already explained this.
But, you know.
Look,
time's a weird soup. Get over it.
Yeah, get it. All right, get it. Entity.
Just get off my back.
Make them forget
everything
they've ever known. Done.
Finished.
So how are you?
How are you?
How are you doing? You hungover from the new year?
I mean, it's been 4 days.
Listen, we're into the territory of, we know our demographic is 25 to 35-year-olds.
Yeah.
How do you do with hangovers nowadays? Probably terribly. You're probably still hungover.
The younger part of that demographic goes hard. And then the older part of that demographic
doesn't go
went
at all.
hard and doesn't go at all now.
Doesn't go at all. Us, we don't go at all. I don't think we have any New Year's plans, do we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Valorant.
Valorant all day, all night.
And World of Warcraft.
You know what, Matthew? Well, our friend Keenan, she and I think like a whole group of people are going down to Manchester for the new year. And she said to Matthew, like kind of like our mutual friend, like, would Margaret and Jack like to come to Manchester for New Year with us? Like, I'm thinking of inviting them. And God, Matthew knows us too well. He was like, that is so kind of you to suggest.
Very kind. Thank you very much for having me.
They're going to be so grateful for that.
In your prayers.
I couldn't imagine Margaret and Jack wanting to do anything less than going to busy Manchester on New Year's Eve.
Manchester, the capital of the North.
True. I simply would perish and die. I've been out on New Year's Eve once, and that was in the town we're close to, Middlesbrough, and even that was busy enough.
Couldn't get to the bar.
Yeah, like
and
that was.
I got my foot run over by a taxi.
Did you?
Yeah, I was.
Did you go to Hulk?
I was so drunk. Yeah,
yeah, me too.
I was so drunk that I had my foot run over by a taxi.
Yeah.
I went and got a parmo and ate it in the pizza shop.
Yeah.
And then went to the other pizza shop to meet my friends, and I was like, I'm hungry.
I'm gonna get a parmo.
So I got like a tonic about And then I went home.
Yeah, I think I had like a really great time actually, to be fair, but like it was just too busy.
I didn't.
And
Dreadful.
foot ran over.
Dreadful. Foot ran over.
Foot ran over. So
what are you gonna do? You know?
Yeah, I hope however you bring the new year in, you had a wonderful time. Again, we will have said all of this. I'm sorry, would have said all of this in last episode.
No, we're just podcasting.
Yeah,
Professionals.
Just chatting the
chewing the cud.
Chewing the cud.
Chewing the cud. Me when I chew the cud.
Me when I chew your cud.
You know that little like Play-Doh looking guy who's like,
yeah, me.
That's what I think of when we do make that noise.
Yeah, that's sorry. Oh my god.
Yeah.
We have probably sent you to the Shadow Realm, and I apologize.
But there's no more of that now.
Yeah, I have I have a new cup. You may know that I've. Sorry, dog was like, where you are.
He was looking at his foot and he was going.
Literally. What was I saying?
You talking about the new cups.
I got a new cup.
So I ran out of actual can glasses.
Yeah, we
have
business. We have a small business where we sell like D&D can glasses like this.
Yeah. So I had to buy some ones that I wouldn't normally order because the ones that I buy them from, they're great, but they take ages to come, and I knew I didn't have that time. So the ones I bought some of the ones before, and the glass was a bit too thin. I didn't like them. So I was looking on reviews, and everyone was like, the glass is really thick.
Which
so
I agree.
I bought them, but I bought them in the style one, which meant without a lid or straws.
Yeah, but they came with lids and straws.
And then they sent me the ones with the lids and the straws. So if you bought a can of glass from our business
you got a free lid and a straw.
You got a free lid and a straw.
Yeah. I really like these. I think the quality of them is really good. They're bigger as well.
Yeah, they're pretty big.
I
think they're the same milliliter.
Yeah,
because they're just thinner and taller.
Yeah, I really like them. I think they're great. I just think they're neat.
They're neat.
They're so nice to drink through. The glass straw is good. I love my big pink cup, but it's listen. I get really scared that it's constantly dirty. Like, I don't know. It's just a fear I have because I can't see into it. But because I can see into this, I know that it's not dirty.
Not dirty.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
I don't, but
no.
I can understand.
Yeah.
I can understand that.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. So that's that. It was like my barrier to my body, though.
Okay.
I liked having the barrier so you didn't see all of this. You don't get all of this for nout, you know.
You know, that's Eldritch Podblast OnlyFans.
Yeah. That's
sign up today.
That's the.
Won't be us because we don't have one. But
well,
I hope whoever does on that. Free advertising.
Oh yeah. Geez, what was I saying? I'm sorry. You know what? We've been filming so much, and it's losing track of what we've said and what we haven't said.
Tell what we are going to say.
Yeah. What?
We're streaming this Sunday.
It's going to
be our first stream this Sunday.
We're Twitch streamers now.
Twitch streaming, the first time this Sunday.
Yes.
I don't know what we're actually going to be doing for the first one.
We might just
be doing chit chat and Q&A stuff.
Yeah, we might just be trying to get to grips with it,
and you can watch us fumble around.
Yeah,
we might have some stuff planned. Who knows?
Yeah,
we probably will.
Is this the last roll call before this Sunday?
This is the last roll call.
Oh my goodness gracious!
Join us on Twitch, 7 p.m. GMT, Sunday. The 7th of January.
Oh my
God.
God.
Sunday, the 7th of January.
Twitch.tv/Eldritch Podblast. There is a link below. Please come. Yeah. I'm getting very scared. I'm getting very nervous. I would love to have you there. It would make both of us, I think, feel very at home having
the squad.
Our squad blasters here. Yeah, having the squad.
Bees.
So please come over. We'd love to see you, and let's just have a bit of fun.
A bit of crack.
Yeah.
With the lads, with the boys.
Yeah. Just tell them what you were telling me before we started filming.
I don't know. What was I saying?
About the face.
I said a lot of things. So, you know, there's that meme of that kid, and he's pulling that stupid face, and it's this face. I was in the toilet, you know, doing my business.
doing your thing.
And there's a mirror above the toilet, and I was looking at myself, and I was thinking of that meme, and I just went.
That kid, yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, wow, I feel like that looks quite like
Jack,
it.
do it. I'll put a picture in. Do it. Go on. How much? That looks so much like that kid. That's scary how much that looks like that kid.
Thank you.
I just love that you're just like, I wonder if I can look like that kid.
No, I was just thinking about it. I was like,
Huh.
And I gave it a go.
Yeah.
And it was successful.
And it was very successful.
It was successful.
Yeah. Can you put a timestamp down so I can put the picture?
Yeah, of course I can.
Much.
Yeah. Very good.
I wonder what that kid's up to now. Like, I think is it BuzzFeed who do the I was a meme and here is how my life panned out. I wonder how that kid's doing.
Yeah, I hope he's okay.
Up to. Yeah.
You're living rent free in my head, my dude.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Yeah, for sure. Anything else?
Nah, that's about it, really.
Yeah.
That's about all I've got up to.
Yeah. I don't really know what to update
what
you
we doing
on.
today? Because I don't even know.
Oh, we're doing Unpopular Opinions.
Very good.
Yeah. Was that a segue?
No. But it is now.
Well, that's a nice segue. The only thing I want to mention before we go any further is we've definitely mentally projecting this. We've definitely mentioned, I think, in the Christmas episode and potentially the New Year episode, we're putting a pause on the homebrew challenge just for the time being. Just while
we're recording things.
Yeah.
Behind and in front.
Exactly.
And a month ago from today, and then. When we get into the new year, we're going to start the homebrew challenge.
Yeah, if you want us to. If you want us to. That's something that, we'll workshop a little bit more and we'll see what we can improve, what we can change, if we're going to keep it the same, if we're going to continue doing it. And so the festive monster was the last one for the time being. We will let you know when we start doing it again. If we start doing it again.
When we start actually recording in the year that we're in.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah.
Future.
Weird to think that this is in a different year.
Yeah.
You know what I saw the other day? You know those stupid fucking jokes where they're like, see you next year. And it's like, yeah. Well, I posted a Facebook status. Okay, you know what's not going to be good if it's on Facebook. Like 13 years ago, being like, oh my God, really fucks with my head when people say, see you next year, and it's the next day. What?
They're winning. They're beating you.
They're winning the war.
They're winning the war. They're beating you. Margaret, don't give in.
Come on. How old was I 13 years ago? What, 17?
46.
What the fuck?
So you were 18. No, you were 17.
I was 17. Come on, 17-year-old Margaret. You're
Margaret,
better than that.
You're dreadful with days and stuff now.
True. And you know what? 17-year-old Margaret was not better than that. Let me tell you that.
Well, yeah. And look, you're brilliant at a lot of things, but time and dates and stuff.
No.
Not
And you know what?
Maps.
Back then, 17-year-old Margaret didn't have anything going for her apart from being mean.
Ooh,
so yeah,
she was mean.
Yeah, she was mean.
Ooh.
She was a mean teenager.
Tell her how mean she was.
She was so mean. She was a mean teenager who had no direction in her life and was scared. And 17-year-old Margaret, you sucked, but I'm sorry. But did you see that?
The entity is here.
Oh my God.
The entity has arrived. The light flickered if you didn't see it.
Yeah, sorry. Oh my goodness. That scared the life. That was so loud.
The entity.
One step closer.
One step
closer. That's scary.
To the edge, and I'm about to break.
That was scary. You don't think it's going to pop?
Tell me your favourite Linkin Park song in the comments. There we go.
Is that what we're doing?
Yeah.
Farming
comments.
You know what? I never really listened to Linkin Park, but my first and only
Tell us
band,
she's cringe.
First and only band I was ever in.
I remember you telling me this.
We did a cover of Numb
yeah.
by Linkin Park.
Great song as well.
And you know what? There's probably footage of it somewhere. Like, I could probably find it. I'm not going to, but so bad.
What's your favourite Linkin Park song?
I guess I'm going to have to say by default Numb.
What's the... Oh, give me a second.
Go on.
I'm going to have to find it.
Go on.
I'm going to have to find it because there's a song off the first song.
Oh, no.
No!
Do you like Jack's default background on his work computer?
Don't shame me. Don't shame me. I don't care about wallpapers and stuff.
Oh, I care.
I know you do.
Much
and
about
we're different people, and that's okay.
Yeah, listen. You've all seen that TikTok of Astarion where it's got the
he's all covered in blood and no top on.
And he's got no top on. He's looking at the camera and it's got the summoning by Sleep Token on it. You've all seen it. You all love it. That's my wallpaper background. And I'm not afraid to say it. Along with Fade from Valorant. Because I used to be a Fade main.
Can't find it.
What do you think it is?
I think it's either By Myself or Point of Authority off the first album. But I haven't listened to it in so long.
What's yours?
What's your favourite Linkin Park song?
Linkin Park fans are going to absolutely shred you to bits.
Well, come get some.
Oh my God.
Okay, let's get on the topic.
I'm about to break. Only song I know.
Well, you know Numb.
I do. We also covered.
You know.
We also did Curse of Curves. Thank you is what we're aiming for.
Obviously, in the end.
Yeah, I do actually. I do.
You'll know loads. You'll know loads of Linkin Park songs.
And I know we're joking, but like genuinely, what a tragedy with Chester.
Yeah,
what an
really
absolute
sad.
tragedy.
And then Chris Cornell, like his best friend.
Yeah.
Same thing happened to him, which is really sad.
Absolutely devastating.
Yeah, that took a fucking turn.
But it's sad, isn't it?
I agree.
I feel like you can't talk about Linkin Park without acknowledging like the absolute tragic.
Do you want to know what? I got to see them play Hybrid Theory in full at Download in like 2012 or something like that, 2013 maybe. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. It was like life altering.
Yeah.
They brought out Ollie Sykes and he did a part of one of the songs because Ollie Sykes
bang 2012. Questionable vocals back then.
I think that was just when he was starting to be not absolute garbage live. Yeah.
I love Bring Me, by the way.
Yeah, I love Bring Me, but he was bad live back in the day. He's really good now.
Ollie like Pray for Plague's era.
Unlistenable.
Almost unlistenable
live.
This is what They're Just Heat was made for, the EP. Unlistenable.
Dreadful.
Sorry.
Tell me your favourite Bring Around.
Yeah. What's your
Tell me your favourite Linkin Park song. That's this week. Okay.
All right.
Let's get on the topic.
Okay. So we
Unpopular
are doing
opinions.
unpopular D&D opinions. I feel like we went through a phase of calling it D&D hot takes, and now we've gone straight back to unpopular
that was
opinions.
always you.
It was always me, baby.
I've always called it unpopular opinions. If you want to give us your unpopular opinion about Dungeons and Dragons, head to the form below.
You know what? There is a lot of submissions in this. I do want to say thank you so much. Thank you so much to everyone. In the last episode we did, we were like, listen,
we need your unpopular opinions.
Some. Thank you so much for sending them in.
But also,
no, they're really good. I'm very excited to go
it's
over.
good.
I'm very excited to go over these. Thank you so much.
It's good.
If you have your own unpopular opinion, please
send it in.
Send it in. Some of I'm not kidding you. Some of these are fucking spicy.
Spicy.
Some of them are spices, and the rest are from the Reddit.
And if you agree or disagree with any of these, it's not about hating on each other. It's just about having a bit of crack. Unless your unpopular opinion is hateful, that's when we can tell you to go and fuck yourself.
Of course.
And I will.
Yeah, of course. And this is purely our opinion. We're just two idiots on the internet.
I'm a bit of crack.
Don't take anything we say too seriously. And a bit of crack in it.
Slow lad.
I was so crack.
You want some crack, do you?
Just Podblast in it.
Let's get it.
I've given myself a headache doing that. Oh my god.
Let's go.
Instant headache. Jesus Christ. Professional cokehead.
Yeah.
So, this, I think, have I done it so that all... Yeah. All the first ones, apart from the last one, are submissions. And then the rest... Anyway. This has been sent in by Anonymous, and he goes by him.
TY Anonymous.
Thank you, Anonymous. Variant human and custom lineage on optimized D&D builds are boring, and it needs to be addressed in D&D 2024. It's like... Why does D&D 2024 sound like the presidential election?
D&D 2024. Vote for me in D&D 2024.
So picking these lineages... Picking these lineages for the sake of getting a free feat at level 1 usually leads to choosing the same power gamer options and can propel a character above others in the party from the start. As a player, I prefer to find the mean of optimizing a character build and justifying it with story reasons, but I could never play a variant human, and I felt like I was missing a part of a character identity when I had played a custom lineage character. In particular, how other species get unique features. I understand the appeal of playing a normal human in an otherwise fantasy world, as well as an easy entry point for new players, but I feel like humans should have unique abilities to them as opposed to being the go-to for getting a build online at earlier levels. Hopefully this gets addressed in the 2024 revision, with how feats like Sharpshooter and Great Weapon Master will have a prerequisite of level 4 to take them.
And they're completely different.
So they've changed. So I'm assuming when he's referring to D&D 24, like one D&D, I'm assuming.
One D&D.
Yeah.
And
or the presidential election.
Or the presidential election. Either one. They're both just as important as each other.
Yes.
So.
What do you think?
Do you want to know what the thing is? I completely agree about the feat because there's some feats that you just never take. You just don't take because they're just fucking shit.
Yeah, very much so.
There's a handful of feats that are just
staples,
like Sharpshooter. Great Weapon Master,
Sentinel.
What's the other one? Warcaster.
Yeah. Like,
every fucking caster just takes Warcaster.
Yeah, and I feel like some of the other ones that fall into the bracket of like not staples, ones that the people take, like Alert,
Crusher,
yeah,
Piercer, Slasher, all of those
are
really great. Or like the different armored options.
Yeah.
Like Resilient Constitution. There's like,
tough.
but there's some that it's just that you just don't take, like Charger.
Yeah.
And things like that. They're just shit.
Yeah.
Shield Master.
Yeah.
And they're just really bad.
Yeah, there's another one that's like that.
There's fucking loads. Honestly, there's some feats that I have. You could tell me it's a feat, and I wouldn't even know because they're so bad. I've never done them.
Yeah.
So the thing is, I don't ever feel the way that you do, OP, about picking variant human or custom lineage, because I pick variant human custom lineage every single time.
Same. I do too.
I don't feel like I'm losing out on something because I don't have a racial trait.
Well,
because I just make my racial trait the feat.
Yeah. See, you know what? Actually, like I was obviously being like, yeah, same here, but at the same time, a lot of times I do really have to weigh up. Do I want to go custom lineage, like purely to get the feat?
Purely to get the feat, yeah.
Or do I prefer the racials of something?
Because some racials go hard as fuck.
Like Eladrin's.
Fucking Bugbear? Get the 2d6 fucking sneak attack and getting the 10-foot reach.
I know. And like Eladrin's being able to do like the face step, you're fucking like
we're miles out there. We're miles out.
Why was I so scared of that? Proficiency bonus. Like incredible. So good.
But this is the thing. Like some of we mentioned some good ones there. Some of them are fucking shit.
Some of them are absolutely terrible.
Some of them are absolutely dreadful.
Yeah.
And then it's like, why would I ever pick that over a feat?
Yeah,
But then, like, got like half orc. Yeah. And like, they're unreal.
Oh my God.
Like,
what is it? The bouncing back up after you.
Yeah, Relentless Endurance.
That's it. Yeah.
And then
you
get the fucking brutal critical just for free for being an orc. You would take it for the Relentless Endurance and then you just get the brutal critical on top.
Totally.
So the thing is, they are changing it because every single class is supposed to get a minor feat at first level. Yeah,
which I think is the way to go.
So I think that they will get rid of variant human and custom lineage, and they will just say, these are the races, now take.
They've made it so so customizable from the beginning.
Yeah, and like your stats aren't dictated by your race.
Yeah,
and
you can just do whatever.
It's about your background and stuff like that. So it's going to be way better. The character creation is going to be way better.
Yeah, much more flexible, I think. Many more variations.
Because of the minor feats, I don't think there'll be such a thing as variant human.
Yeah, and I you know what? I've said this literally ever since we played D&D. Like, you should get a feat from the beginning. Like, minor feats, granted, you know, I understand something like taking Great Weapon Master, a sharpshooter from the beginning. Yes, I can understand how that's that's powerful in the beginning.
And they are changing. They're bringing down the best ones.
Yeah.
Like Great Weapon Master and Sharpshooter.
Yeah.
Because if you're optimizing for damage, they're just absolute fucking no-brainers.
Yeah.
So they're bringing them down in terms of like their power level, and they're bringing some of the worst ones up. Yeah. Like Alert has got a lot better.
Yeah. I feel like people kind of take Alert quite often, actually.
Yeah, I think the thing is with Alert, just give me advantage. Don't give me plus. Don't give me the plus.
Yeah, I agree.
Just give me advantage.
I agree.
Statistically, it's about the same, +5.
Yeah.
But
I agree.
They can't be surprised. We don't really get surprised.
Yeah. Yeah. What is the unpopular opinion here? Variant is it that variant human and custom lineage
are boring
on optimized D&D builds are boring? Oh, but yeah, fair enough.
I mean,
yeah,
I get it because everyone just picks the same fucking feats. But then it's like, is it that they're boring or is it that the feats are boring because there's only some really good ones?
Too many options. Yeah.
So I get you.
Yeah, I get you as well.
I don't agree.
You know what? The only thing I actually disagree with here, well, not disagree with, but I think is a common sentiment that we see quite often is people are like, well, your story has to justify why you're doing this mechanically. I don't think that's the case. I think you should be able to just make a decision because you want to.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, the whole like, oh, well, what does your tattoo mean? It means I fucking like it.
It means it looks cool.
It means I like the way it looks. It goes beep, beep, boop, boop in brain.
And
happy feeling.
It means I do loads of damage in terms of my feet. I don't think that you need to. So, but I get what you mean. Like the racial trait. Like an Aarakocra, like you actually have wings.
Yeah.
Relentless endurance. It means you're like this fucking savage barbaric, unkillable orc and stuff like that. And like poison resistance for dwarves means like you've lived in the earth. Your fucking skin is robust.
Yeah. I get it. I totally get it. I
totally
get it. Yeah. Do you think this is unpopular? I don't think this is unpopular.
I think it is.
Do you? I don't think it's unpopular. I think
everyone fucking loves custom lineage.
Oh no, yeah. But in terms of like the options. But I guess you could make the argument that custom lineage is the option, right? Like,
I think it is unpopular because I think so many people play Variant Human, and the thing is with custom lineage, you can look and be whoever you want, and you get the faith. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you get the best of both worlds. Because the two things that people really fucking care about is, do they look cool?
Yeah, true.
And are they strong?
Yeah.
And then with custom lineage, you get both of those things.
You can do both of those things.
But I do understand that it's so powerful that it's almost uninspiring.
Yeah,
because everyone picks it.
It's the go-to, right? But then again, what does that say about the fact that that's the go-to? That should just be the standard then.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That should just be the standard.
But the standard
build upon that.
Yeah, like, be whoever you want and then you get a minor feat is the new standard.
Yeah, I agree. Agreed.
So really, you have a point, I guess.
Yeah. Thank you so much, OP, for your... Anonymous, sorry.
That was fantastic.
Yeah, thank you so much. All right. This one has been sent in by Lief, a biking Viking.
A biking Viking.
And the pronouns are they/them.
They/their
Lief, once upon a time.
Lief was a point in time.
Lief was. Lief simply was.
Lief was.
This is a spicer.
Okay.
Are we ready?
I'm ready. I'm always ready.
They open with, I'm going to be killed, aren't I? No, you're not going to be killed because we can respect each other's opinions.
Yeah.
Disagree.
Yeah.
Constitution is overrated. Most players, including me previously, prioritized con and wanted a minimum of 14. This is just unnecessary. Outside of cases, it's used for abilities like Echo Knight's Unleash Incarnation, etc.
Yeah.
Just don't get hit. I've been playing a melee sorcerer with 10 con. Having a mix of Tasha's otherworldly guys, 6th level spell slot, lots of abilities, /haste, mirror image, shield, etc. means I just don't get hit. So having a high con stat would be kind of overkill, when instead I can just put that into my dex to raise my AC even higher. Too long didn't read, just don't get hit.
Fair. So the thing is, right, the thing is though, like, you've got to, like, you're like, otherworldly gears, shield, this, that, it's like,
gotta have magic for that, baby.
You gotta have magic for that, and you gotta really fucking build for it.
Yeah.
Like you've gotta like set up, like, mirror image is an action, shield is a reaction, and you're gonna be using it probably quite a fucking lot.
Yeah.
I get it because I did the exact same thing with Jasper.
Yeah.
The wizard tank.
Yeah.
And I didn't have that much in Constitution.
Yeah.
But my whole point was I just won't get hit.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
So if I get hit, it'll probably only be now and then. I'll probably be close to death. But I won't get hit very often.
Yeah. But I feel like the sentiment of, like, just don't get hit, just do these things. It's like, that's great for, like, obviously an experienced player like yourself, Lief, and an experienced player like you or me.
Yeah.
Like, we can intentionally build for these things. But I just think, like, this, like, someone, like, for example, someone new coming into D&D, like, if they heard the advice, don't prioritize con, they're dead.
Yeah.
Quite simply dead.
Don't prioritize con if you've got all these fail safes and all of these like precursor measures in place to counteract it, then I agree.
Yeah.
And it can be done, and I've done it, and many other people have done it. They've played a wizard tank, blade singer, and you know, like, it's been absolutely fine. So,
and you know, if you're at the point where you have a 6th level spell slot, you know, you're obviously quite far into the game as well. Yeah. Like, what does it look like at early stage game? Like, yes, I understand you have shield, etc.
I mean,
but, like, what's mirror image? A 3rd level spell?
Yeah,
you get it at 5th level. What does the first 4 levels look like of this? Yeah, but you can only use shield, 4 times maximum up until that point, really? Yeah. No, not true. Probably 6 times. But you know what I mean?
Yeah, like, that was the thing for Jasper. Like, until I got mirror image, it was just blade song, which obviously gave me a C.
A blade singer ability,
and then shield,
so,
and then absorb elements if I got hit with, so I could reduce it. So it's like there are so many ways where you don't need to stack con, but it's right, you can make it so it doesn't really matter. You have to actually really try to make it not matter, I think.
Yeah, exactly.
And also
you have to like want
then
to.
Then it depends on your dungeon master. Like, does your dungeon master do like hard hitting, not that many attacks? Do they do lots of like because if you are doing like a lot of minion combats where there's lots of attacks but they don't hit very hard, or their to hit isn't very good, then you sound. But if you're just going up against like a dragon, then that has like plus 15, then you're gonna get hit.
And like, also the thing is, it's like, you know, we're talking about it on a basis of like getting hit attack roll. Like, what about saves?
Yeah, well, that could. Yeah, the thing is, well, again, if you're a blade singer, you'll be looking to you'll have good dexterity and you'll have good intelligence.
Yeah.
But also because you're a wizard, you'll have proficiency in wisdom saving throws.
Yeah.
So all of the most common ones, wisdom and dexterity,
you're kind of covered. You're covered,
so,
right? And to be honest, what did Lief say that they played? A sorcerer. What does sorcerers get?
Charisma and Constitution. I think.
Charisma and con. Yeah. Like
Constitution's another quite common save.
Yeah. Yeah, like I just think like with a save, like if you fail that and you take like massive damage at like 6th level.
Dead.
Yeah, you're dead. You're dead. You can't avoid that.
No. But
unless you save, obviously.
Yeah. So
I don't know.
I think I agree that it when you know what to do, it can be overrated. And I think a lot of people just stack it because they're like, well, I have to have. When in some cases you don't. But for most people and most builds, I don't agree.
Yeah. Well, like with Rayla, I didn't need to stack con because I was always in wild shape and then I took the beast stats and
always
the beast
in
had a
wild
big
shape.
con.
Yeah, and then you were barbarian, so you half the damage, so then it was pointless.
Yeah, I didn't need to worry about that.
It was just overkill.
Yeah, with my next character, I'm going to have to worry about it.
Gonna have to worry about
it. But, that's because I don't know what she is yet.
Don't you get shield? No, you don't get shield.
No.
No, I thought you did.
No, don't get shield. No.
No, you get hunter's mark.
Yeah, no.
No.
Do we think that that's unpopular?
Yeah, unbelievably.
I think that's so unpopular.
Hugely unpopular.
But
I get it.
We said, like, this is just Leif's opinion.
Yeah,
this is just our opinion.
I get it.
Like, you're not going to be killed, Lief. Don't worry.
No.
Kill them!
Kill them!
Quickly!
Kill then.
Kill then.
Kill the point in time.
Leif was.
Leif was.
Thank you so
Leif
much.
Leif simply was.
Thank you so much, Leif, for sending in your submission. This next one has been sent in by Anony-mouse.
Anony-mouse.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Anony-mouse. We've had one from Anony-mouse before.
We have, yeah. Well, to be fair,
it could be
the same Anony-mouse.
Could be a different Anony-mouse.
Yeah. And she goes by she/her.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. This opinion is completely random effect tables are not fun. Like items like the deck of many things and the wild magic sorcerer table are fun in concept, but the execution is poor.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's turning people into a pot of flowers, turning a person blue, or centering a fireball on yourself, it is either actively detrimental or annoying at best. This is, of course, just a case of something needing rework, but maybe with more thought-out effects, it's a bit underwhelming when a magic item or ability can only think to just add a random effect, and then get more bland with each addition or downright lethal. What do you think?
I agree. I only did one last campaign that had random effect.
Yeah.
And that was when you went into basically a training facility for a wizard. He had like an orb and he went in, and when he would fight and cast spells, random things would happen. And it was so he could like think on his feet and counteract it. And you went in and you did it and you had loads of fun.
Yes.
But it was a complete and utter fucking clusterfuck.
Yeah.
And it's a mess. And as a dungeon master, like keeping on top of all of the magic effects and all of the weird magic surges, it just gets messy and it's tough to remember, and I don't really like it.
Yeah, see, you know what? Like, I haven't ever played a character with like a wild magic table. I played a wild magic barbarian briefly, but didn't get to the level where there was like the surges and stuff. But I think something like that kind of really is only like positive things.
Yeah.
Like that would change the way that I could do combat.
Yeah.
I really like things like that.
And also the reason why I actually agree, the wild magic barbarian is actually really good and really cool because there's only 8.
Yeah, well, that's what I was going to say, because it's small.
Yeah,
it's a small table.
It doesn't get out of hand.
Exactly. Like, how big is the wild magic
100.
sauce? See, that's too big.
And one of them is cast fireball centered on himself.
Yeah, see, I think that's too big. And you know what? At the same time, I also kind of like the risk of it. This is just me, obviously speaking personally. I like the element of the risk. However, I feel like there's a time and a place for when you can take that risk. You're not going to use wild magic. I wouldn't when I went into a serious boss fight that we had to win. Because I wouldn't, oh my God, I wouldn't want to risk it. But, something slightly lower stakes, like a travel combat or something, the beginning to a dungeon crawl, I probably would.
Yeah, I know what you mean. And I remember I gave Matthew something that had a couple of different effects, but all of them were positive.
Yes.
And there was only 6.
Yeah.
And that was it.
Yeah.
And it was when he used the meta magic option, there would be a wild magic surge.
Yeah, yes.
But it was literally all positive and there was 6.
Yeah.
So it was easy to keep track of.
On the other side of that, there was a wand
yeah.
that you gave was it Matthew originally who had it?
It was the Wand of Wonders.
It was it was Bunders. It was the Wand of Wonders from Bunders.
The Wand of Wonders from Bunders.
And he used it in a fight.
Yeah.
And it was just a stupid effect, like all the grass in the area grows like 100 foot tall, right?
Like, but like it wasn't 100, it was like 10 feet tall.
Yeah, yeah.
And you were fighting a ranger who was like who lived in the wild.
And like her favorite terrain was obviously like grasslands.
Yeah. And she fucking murdered you.
Yeah. It was something that like would have just been like funny, haha.
Mm-hmm.
It made the combat so hard.
Almost impossible.
Like almost impossible. Like, it was fine and we did it, but that was like a magic effect. And in terms of things like the deck of many things, I also don't like the deck of many things.
Yeah. It depends, because the deck of many things can be cool. It really just depends how it's used.
Yeah. See, we had a DM that did it, and to their credit, they took out all the bad things.
No, they didn't.
Yeah, they did. They took out all the really bad things. It was a very select. There was like 6 cards out of the.
Someone's intelligence score got reduced to 8.
Oh, was that what it was?
Yeah, and they were a Eldritch Knight. So their spellcasting was useless.
Well, I maybe forgot that. Maybe I just
permanently.
I just blanked that part out. Are you sure that's what happened?
It was Josh.
Yeah, I don't really remember that. I thought I would have remembered something like that, but I thought that all the bad effects were taken out.
No,
because it was just a small few.
It was a slim down, but there was still some bad stuff.
Yeah. Like I don't like the deck of many things because I think things like that, and again, totally my own opinion. It forces you sometimes to do things with your characters you normally wouldn't, and that might be completely out of like pocket for them, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, Grog gets a deck of many things in campaign 1.
Yeah,
and it's hilarious.
Yeah,
but it was like, but he knew the gravity of the situation.
Yeah.
And Laura Vexalia very much laid it on thick about how he should never use it, but Grog's just Grog.
Yeah.
So I think, like, sparingly and in the right hands and with good intentions, the deck of many things can be used well.
Yeah.
But also, like, if you just get the one where you, like, pull the Grim Reaper that just can't miss on every turn, like, what you can do?
Yeah, I don't like the deck of many. Why am I talking like this?
But in terms of the submission,
yes,
which
yes, I think completely random effect tables are not fun.
I think they're cumbersome.
Yeah, I agree.
If you're gonna do a sort of wild magic-y sort of thing, it has to be like a small pool.
Yeah, totally.
People get like, oh, this one's got 10,000. That's even worse. I think
oh my god, the worst.
The smaller the better.
Yeah,
the more concise, the better.
And to be fair, she makes a really good point. It's either like completely lethal or just like a bit annoying.
Yeah, or like your hair grows.
Yeah,
like you age 5 years.
Which is funny, like in a small contained like section of the game, I think. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like people are going to have like completely different opinions.
I'm not a massive fan of random rolled effect tables.
Me neither. What do you guys think? Do you like randomly rolled things? Because I mean, they're huge for a reason. Because people like them, right?
Yeah.
Like, I think people do like them.
As a dungeon master, I don't.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough.
Because they're just so much to fucking bother about.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Do you think that her opinion is unpopular?
50-50.
I think 50-50.
I think it's a split down the middle. I think
agree.
People who have experienced and understand what we're saying will agree, and people who like still have that like, because like Josh played the wild magic sorcerer, and it fucking only happens on a 1, so it never really happens.
Yeah.
So and a lot of people have experienced it, and they're like, nah.
Yeah.
So
what were your experiences with it? What do you think? Do you think that there is a good way to do it? And if so, what is it?
And if you like it, fair enough. I just don't.
Yeah. Thank you so much for your submission, Anony-mouse.
Anony-mouse.
So this next one has been sent in by Colleen, and she goes by he, she, they, and in brackets they've put Nayori from Nayori Tessin the story.
Tessin. This is your 3rd submission, I think.
Is it?
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Colleen.
Thank you so much, Colleen.
Very, very much appreciated. So the opinion is, Rogue is, bar none, the best class for a first-time player. Rogues have options for just straight melee or some magic, so new players can dip their toes into casting without going full caster or even half caster. They have plenty of usefulness outside of combat, so the new person at the table doesn't feel left out of roleplay moments. A rogue is invaluable in puzzle/trap scenarios, and expertise makes it so you aren't as likely to fail skill checks, which, let's face it, feels extra terrible when you're first starting out. Most importantly, though, they teach a new player how to play the mechanical side of the game in combat, how to strategize with other players, how to balance their abilities with others in the party and with enemies, and unlike a lot of other classes, especially casters, they have plenty of bonus action options, which teaches you how to manage action economy. And last but not least, they really give a player that amazing feeling of really doing something big in battle, being able to roll all those sneak attack dice, and a nat 20 just hits different for a rogue. Or maybe I'm just a rogue man.
Maybe you are just a rogue man. But do you want to know what? I actually think you bring up quite a good argument.
Me too. An argument I had never thought of.
I was just thinking about it then, and I was just like, if you went Arcane Trickster, you are decent in combat because you're a rogue.
Yep.
And, you know, like, they aren't the best towards the end of the game, but they are, like...
Yeah,
they aren't bad by any means.
If you're getting a sneak attack, yeah.
By any means, they're not bad at any aspect, at any point of the game. Yeah, they fall off a little bit later, I think. You're good outside of combat because of expertise.
Totally.
You have proficiency in a tool that nobody else really has proficiency in, with the lockpicks.
Yeah,
because you have to really like try and take them. If you're not,
I think it's safe to say a big part in a lot of games, obviously not all, is like the sneaking aspect, is the lockpicking aspect.
It comes up
trap
in
aspect.
almost every campaign.
Yeah, I think so.
And I think you're right in terms of combat as well, to be honest, because I don't think there's many other classes that really force you to think about action economy like the rogue does. I mean, you can have bonus action spells and raging as a barbarian is a bonus action, stuff like that, but like it's a fundamental part of your class
that you have to up front immediately.
You actually have to think about like, I can't dash because then I can't hide, so I'm gonna hide and not dash, and then I'm gonna pop out and take my attack, and then I'm gonna move. It's like it actually gets you thinking about action, bonus action, reaction, movement.
I fully agree, and I agree. Being able to, when you get a nat 20, to be able to add even more sneak attack damage dice feels good. It feels good. I had never considered this before. I completely agree.
Yeah, everyone will be like, it's the worst one because of the lone wolf syndrome.
Totally, which is actually a point I was going to bring up. Is people like, listen, oh my god, people fucking hate rogues. I think it's the most hated class in D&D. Definitely, because of the stigma that comes with a rogue. But we use this example all the time. Matthew, he played a rogue, Hermeta, and he was the most lawful good, complete opposite of what you would think a rogue is. Yeah. But he still had those attributes. He was still able to do those things.
Yeah, he was still sneaky. He was a scout. That was just his point.
Yeah, exactly.
Like he was just like the person who went and gathered the knowledge. He was the person who could like keep you alive on the road and things like that.
He was adept enough to be able to see if something was trapped.
Yeah.
He was able to be quiet when he had to be.
But he was also lawful good.
Yeah. And I think there's so many ways to do it. And I also don't think there's anything wrong with playing the lone wolf character.
No, as long as at some point you open up.
Exactly. I completely agree.
I agree. I don't think many people will, but I think a lot of people would after they heard your argument.
Yeah.
I completely agree with it.
I think maybe saying, the statement that they're the absolute best, I'm sure, it's obviously subjective, right? Yeah. But I agree with all the points you make. I just at the end.
What is, apart from Rogue, what is the other best class? See, because the thing is, I know what I'd say, but I'm only saying it because I did it. I think Warlock, but I think a lot of people get fucking all sorts of fucked up about casting at the highest level.
I don't think Warlock is very beginner friendly at all.
I think when you understand the fact that you cast all of your spells at the highest level, if you can just get over that, I think it's the best because Eldritch Blast's unreal.
Yeah,
and
true. Yeah,
you get two spell slots that you just fucking burn and then take a shower.
Then you also have to get your pact and you have to get your invocations.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a lot of like loading into the Warlock that isn't, in my opinion, very beginner friendly.
I think it's a very common sentiment, but I think Barbarian and Fighter.
Yeah, even Barbarian to a degree. You have to get your head. I say this. You have to get your head around the fact that when you rage, you do extra damage, and you have to work out that extra damage.
Yeah, like I do rage damage and strength damage.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Proficiency.
But then again, that's a simple case of just writing your numbers down. Prior.
Yeah. I think Barbarian and Fighter have to be the other two easiest.
And maybe maybe a ranger. However, I would say you have to think about, and you have to think about the favored enemy, and you have to think about the favored terrain.
I would agree with you though, because it is a half-caster, and like the arcane trickster is basically a half-caster.
Yeah, has like a little dip into magic.
See that? So I think every time I think of an argument, I think that yours is better.
I agree. I completely agree. I think every point you've made, Colleen, there, absolutely trumps every point we're making.
Yes,
here.
I agree.
What do you think? Do you have any examples? Like now you've heard Colleen's argument. What do you think?
Do you think?
I'm sold. Do you
be thinking?
Do you have the capability to think?
I like it. I think the rogue is a great choice.
Yeah, thank you so much, Colleen.
Great inside, outside combat, good with all sorts of stuff. A little bit of magic if you want it.
Yeah.
Combat's pretty cool.
Do you think that this is unpopular?
Yeah. I think it's wildly unpopular.
People fucking hate rogues.
But I agree with it.
Leave rogues alone.
Leave rogues alone.
Leave them alone. Give them their sneak attack. You know what? And they're so unpopular because of the sneak attack.
Because
fucking, I don't know why. People
because
just
you pick up loads of
grips.
D6s and you throw it and then your DM goes.
No, not even that. People just can't get to grips with the fact that they're like, you have to be sneaky
to
get sneak attack. Stupid. If you have advantage, you have sneak attack.
But I also think that a lot of DMs hate it when you get the natural 20 on sneak attack and then you roll all the dice and you're like, I do 500 damage, and then the DM's like, fuck off.
On one of the unpopular opinion threads on Reddit, someone was like, it's just like a mini dragon having a fire breath, and it's like, it's not the same thing at all, is it?
It's not the same thing at all, you
16d6,
fucking idiot.
Shut up. Thank you so much, Colleen. What a wonderful submission.
What a great take.
All the rest of these, apart from the last one, are from the Reddit.
So
shall we just get into it?
Go for it.
Reddit. This opinion is, if you've put more effort into character creation besides race, class, and a vague concept before you've had your session 0, you even found a group to play with, you're making a bad character. Any backstory you commit to paper before you know what the campaign is about is an absolute waste. The second character you make for a campaign will ultimately be more well-rounded, a better fit, and more fun to play than the first one you made. So stop being afraid to let that character die in a blaze of glory.
Shitty opinion.
I also feel like there's so many different points being made in there as well.
I think the point that I'm going to focus on here is the fact that you write your backstory before the campaign. Like, look, I love to refer to Critical Role. Critical Role Campaign 2. It was 2 nations that had a lot of animosity that broke out into war. You gonna write that in your backstory?
And you know what? The thing is, you absolutely
You can.
You very well could.
There's other things going on as well that can definitely happen and take place.
Yeah, like I think, and you know, I do partially agree with, if you don't have an idea of a character beforehand, or if you're willing to adapt to the world primer, I think that's really important. And you know, we talk about this all the time, adapting to the world primer, but surely it's simple enough.
So I am a twin, and my brother got kidnapped by a band of raiders, and I'm now searching for them. That's my character idea before the campaign starts. You bring in the fact that it's in Wild Mountain thingy, then it was a band of Jarhassians that came over. It's like, there we go. I didn't fucking...
That's just such a simple
It's just
fix.
simple. It's like, you can have a fleshed out backstory and then just put the names and the places and the people of the world in.
And like, any backstory you commit to paper before the campaign is an absolute waste. Why would that be a waste? Surely that's a really strong foundation that you can then like build upon once you do get that world information. Yeah. And also like, just so like the objective status of, you're just making a bad character. Why? The thing is, why?
Piss poor fucking argument.
But like, I really don't understand why.
Because
that would be a bad character, and why you would have less fun.
Well, there's not. It's not a bad character.
No, obviously it's not. But why does this person say?
Probably because they got burnt with somebody who came in with a really fleshed out backstory that maybe didn't fit their world. Yeah, and they were reluctant to be able shape it to the world primer, which is that is wrong.
Yeah, like, I agree.
You should always, if you've got a character idea, shape it to your DM's world completely, and then you're basically just doing this.
Yeah, completely.
You're just working together.
I feel like that's the whole point.
Yeah, of course.
Like that's the whole point. That's the whole like collaboration part of D&D, right?
But, like, I think Abby, before she even knew anything about my campaign, had her idea.
Yeah, so did I.
And then, did you?
Yeah, so did I. I had the idea. I obviously, I won't
I'll
say.
say it out loud.
Have we started the campaign by now?
Yeah, just.
No, we haven't.
Yesterday.
Yeah, oh my God. Yes.
I think yesterday.
Yeah.
But we haven't played it yet.
Yeah.
So, in real time. But, so yeah, but then we just made it fit.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah. Because, I just feel like it's just a tiny bit of, and I mean, a tiny bit of work from both the DM and the player to go, does this sound okay? And you go, yeah. And I don't know, just, your second character will be a better fit and more fun to play.
Because they wrote it before it came in.
I just completely disagree with that.
It's just a fucking shitty end to a bad opinion.
Yeah, I agree. I hate this whole you put too much effort into your character. The story's being told by the DM. It's and that could be true in some games.
There is a point to say too much backstory sometimes can be too much.
I agree. To have being the finished article before you go
yeah. Or coming in and being I'm a lord from this place, and I've got a twin brother that got captured, and I've got a magical sword, and it speaks to me, and my god is there, and it's just there's too many
things.
Let's just
too many
focus on a couple of them and make them the point.
Agreed. But I just the overall blanket statement of it, you're just making a bad character. If you have a character idea,
shut up
before your campaign starts.
Be quiet.
Yeah, I think that stinks.
Stinky poo poo doo doo butt cheeks.
Do you think that's an unpopular opinion?
Probably.
Yeah, probably in today's landscape.
To most people.
Yeah. I agree. And again, this is just our opinion, but if you do play like this, completely, that's fine. But I think a lot of people don't subscribe to this.
No, I don't agree.
Okay, the next one, short and sweet. It is 1, 2, 3, 4 words. Not everyone should DM.
Okay. I agree, but it's tough because you shouldn't DM because you didn't like it.
Nope.
But you only know that because you tried DMing.
I knew I was never going to like it.
Fair enough.
I knew I was not going to like it. I knew from the get-go it would be too much pressure.
Yeah.
I knew I wouldn't be able to I knew my self-confidence was too low.
Yeah.
I knew that my incessant brain would not stop.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew I would be disappointed in anything I did.
Yeah.
And I knew that.
Mm-hmm.
And I kept trying to make excuses for myself, being like, oh no, well, you're just thinking this, and
it'll get better.
And again, you hear everyone saying we should try it at least once, and then I tried it and I can't think of a single moment I enjoyed of it. That's not true. I didn't obviously enjoy parts of it.
You didn't enjoy parts of it?
No, I did. I did enjoy parts of it. I obviously...
It was a Freudian slip there.
No, is that what I said?
Yeah.
I obviously did enjoy parts of it. But overall, absolutely 0 out of 10 would not do it again.
Yeah, but so... if you have no desire to DM, then don't. Mm-hmm. If you have a desire to DM and you do it, and then you don't like it, then
Yeah.
But then definitely don't continue.
Yeah. See, I wonder if this is being said in the way, because I'm not kidding you, it's 4 words, that's it.
Yeah.
Is this being said in the way that not everyone should DM because they're shit at it?
Yeah.
Or not everyone should DM because you don't need to?
Because you don't need to.
Yeah. I don't know. I obviously don't know which way this is being said.
Well, let's hope it's the nicer way.
Yeah.
Let's hope it's not the you're bad, don't DM.
Yeah, but then there's also the argument some people are not cut out to be a DM.
Agreed.
And when I say that, I mean the DMs who are DM versus player. They play to win. They want to pull one over their players. Mm-hmm. Those people should not be DMs.
No, you shouldn't be a DM.
But at the same time, if you're a new DM and you struggle with balancing a combat, you absolutely should be a DM.
You should be a DM if you want to be. You just need some practice.
Yeah,
and you just need some,
because
some help.
No one goes into it being amazing at it. Some people definitely have a natural... You went into it and you obviously had a natural talent for it, right? But I also think that if you went into it and you didn't, you could have learned You could have learned
There's
to
things,
be the
yeah.
DM that you are now.
And I did, because I went in and I know that you're like, but I didn't nearly kill you all in the second game.
Yeah.
And like I made mistakes in terms of storytelling and things like that.
Of
And
course.
I made mistakes in terms of planning, planning too much.
Yeah.
And so, like I still learned. I definitely wasn't perfect when I started.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed it, so I was willing to learn.
Very much so.
Yeah.
And you always went into it with the attitude of, we're playing this game together and I want my players to succeed. You know what I mean?
And that's in terms of DMing, that's a winning mentality.
That should be the only mentality.
You're going to probably be a good dungeon master as long as you want your players to succeed, and we're all in this together.
And you can want to kill them.
Oh yeah,
you can
believe. You
can want to bamboozle them.
I make horrible monsters that are very hard to kill.
Yeah,
but I still want them to succeed.
Yeah, exactly. You can want to put them through the mental anguish, but you can still want them to succeed. So I think I agree. Not everyone should DM. From a multitude. From a number of different angles. Yeah. And this is just a PSA. If you know you're not going to enjoy it and you feel like you have to do it, you don't have to do anything. And on the flip side of that, if you so desperately you don't know, you want to try it, you should do it.
Give it a
There's
go.
No reason
but
why
if you don't like it, don't feel like you have to continue.
Exactly.
I feel like so many people feel like, the main characters now. I need to. No, you don't enjoy it. Just don't do it.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
100%.
Yeah, totally. I got so confused there. I put my document and I have like a header and then I have like the main text.
Yeah.
I was reading the header and I was like, that doesn't make sense. It's someone's username.
Interesting.
That's why.
What was the username?
National Direction.
Interesting.
Yeah. Didn't make sense.
Unpopular opinion.
Yeah.
National Direction.
What do we reckon?
I mean, that is a very unpopular opinion in this country.
Oh, yeah.
The direction of this country.
Oh, get him out. Get Tories out. This next one is people that complain about spells or feats and then ban them at the table don't know how to run a balanced game. Down votes in 5, 4, 3.
What do you think?
Yeah, I agree.
You agree that you don't know how to run a balanced game if you ban things?
No. I think yes, I agree, but on a very nuanced level and a broken down level.
Okay.
What do you think?
I agree that if you have to ban things, like in this game of Dungeons and Dragons, there is a counter for almost everything.
Yeah.
There is a counter for everything in the game.
Yeah.
Your paladin, smiting too many things, a few tough combats. They'll have to smite. They'll run out of spell slots.
Mm-hmm.
The barbarian, a little bit of elemental damage.
Mm-hmm.
You'll burn through those hit points far faster.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there is a counter for everything in this game.
Yeah, totally,
and
totally.
It's not your fault if you don't understand the counter for everything straight away, but you don't have every class at you probably don't have every class playing at your table. You probably only have 4, 5, 6.
Yeah.
Just find the counters for them.
Yeah. Like, I think it's really unfair, just the blanket statement of, you don't know how to run a balanced game, because I don't think that's it.
That's not it.
There's obviously layers to it of, like, there's a few layers. It's like, if you hear that something is overpowered, rogues. There's so many opinions online that rogues are overpowered. Simply not.
They're not.
Simply not.
They're really not.
Like, people hear that, and then they don't see it for themselves, and then they go, yeah, I'm going to ban rogues. I think any circumstance with that is like, you should try it first. You should really try it, and you shouldn't let anyone else's opinion shape yours. I say, as we make a D&D podcast about opinions.
I mean, but it's not about like, this is the right opinion. It's trying to open our eyes to lots of different opinions and lots of different ways of thinking.
Yeah, and because, we say it all the time, what works for someone else or doesn't work for someone else will be completely separate to you.
Yeah.
Right? But I also think there's the other side of it, where let's say someone has a high-level divination wizard and they're casting all these fucking absolutely mental spells all the time and they don't know how to combat it. I understand wanting to be like, right, I'm banning this.
Yeah. Do you reckon silvery barbs can work on pond?
No. Oh.
I use my pawn to do this. I cast silvery barbs.
I don't know, because it depends on the wording, because it's like, it's an attack roll, an ability check, or a saving throw. And technically, the portent isn't that. The portent is the portent that's being used to go onto the ability check. I feel like that would be very much up to the DM, and I don't know a lot of DMs who would let that happen. Don't know a lot of DMs who would let that happen.
Yeah, but so like, yeah, like, but then, like, the thing is, the divination is probably one of the most powerful classes in the game.
Yes.
Because it can just go, but I mean, like,
you're banished.
You're banished, but then the DM just goes, okay, I use legendary resistance to 6/8.
Yeah.
Like, then you've wasted your portent.
Yeah.
It's like, there you go. Like, I mean, we have to get to fucking things that have legendary resistances for its fucking level 2 class feature to be counted. So I think, So there's a counter for everything in the game. Saying that you're a bad dungeon master because you don't know all of the counters,
that's not fair.
Is unfair on new dungeon masters.
Simply not fair.
Because I didn't know all of the counters at the beginning, but I do know 99% of the counters now.
I think maybe a fairer way to say this is if you're banning something, outright just banning it
because you don't know how to deal with it.
Yeah, then simply experience will teach you.
Yeah, like, there is a way. Unban it and find a way.
Yeah, totally. Or like we say it all the time, just work with your players. If you as a DM, you're struggling with one player or one ability, there is absolutely no shame in going to that player and saying, look, I'm being honest with you, I'm having a hard time balancing this.
Yeah.
Can we meet in the middle somewhere?
Can we find a workaround? Yeah.
Like, I can't ever see your players saying no.
Yeah.
Like, no, it's like, no, fuck off. No. Like, surely you'd try.
Yeah,
right?
Well, you would want to try because you'd want everyone to have a good time. And if your dungeon master's not having a good time, then it'll affect the game in other ways.
Yeah, completely.
So, yeah, like, this is a stupid thing.
Yeah.
I hate this take.
Yeah,
like,
I agree with it, but just in a different, nuanced way.
Yeah, I agree with it that you probably shouldn't ban things. There are ways around everything in the game.
Yeah.
Like, that counter each other, spells that counter each other, classes that counter each other, everything.
Yeah.
But like, not knowing all of that at the beginning isn't your fault because there's no dungeon master's guide to be like,
oh god,
here's all the things that are really overpowered in the game and here's the way to counter them.
Like, how much of this game is just doing by learning and learning by doing?
But at the same time, you shouldn't just ban it if you're struggling. You should learn.
Yeah, no, I agree, but at the same time, I understand if sometimes you just want to fuck things off.
I understand, but it's not the right way to do it.
Yeah, no,
and if we get into that, it does become a little bit of a lazy excuse.
And a bit of a slippery slope.
Yeah, very slippery slope, I agree.
You don't ban anything, do you?
No.
You used to ban Lucky.
I still ban Lucky.
You still ban Lucky? Oh, well, there you go. So you do ban something.
Yeah, I do. Yeah. Because it's fucking stupid.
Yeah. I don't think, you know what? I know so little about Lucky because every game I've ever played in has banned it.
You just get luck points where you can just go, all right, I'm going to reroll that.
Yeah. Which I guess our advantage tokens kind of take place of for everyone.
Yeah, but it's like you just get luck points that you get to just spend to reroll things. How many do you get? I think you get 3.
Every day?
Every day.
Jeez.
It's fucking stupid.
And you can reroll 3 dice every day.
Yeah.
God, that's absolutely
And you can
wild.
also just make the enemy reroll as well.
Oh my god, that is absolutely wild. Stupid, oh my god.
It's like
See, I know so little about it.
You have 3 luck points. Whenever you make an attack roll, an ability check, a saving throw, you can spend 1 luck point to roll an additional d20. You can choose to spend 1 of your luck points after you roll the die, but before the outcome has been determined. You can also spend 1 luck point when an attack is rolled against you.
God, that's insane.
Yeah. So it's like, you know how busted divination is?
Oh, yeah.
But you just get 3 a day.
Yeah.
And it's a feat.
Yeah.
And you have an entire class on top of it.
Yeah. Man, us being like, we don't ban anything, and then being like, oh, we ban Lucky, though.
Yeah.
But I feel like that isn't actually like, in the nicest way possible, that's not like a skill issue. That's like a...
It's just a shit feat.
Yeah.
It's just a poorly designed feat.
Yeah.
And the thing is, it's like, we can get into like, oh, the spirit of Dungeons and Dragons. That's not why I do it. It's just like, that feat is better than every subclass in the game.
Yeah, agreed.
That's stupid.
Yeah.
Like, it's just a terrible feat that is unbalanceable.
Yeah, I feel like that takes away a little bit from the relying on the dice so much if you just have an ability to re-roll them. But at the same time, there is inspiration and there is the advantage tokens, but it's also not 3 of them potentially in a row. Can you stack them if you wanted to?
What do you mean?
Like, if you go, oh, I'm going to use my Lucky, could you roll it again and be like, oh, I'm going to use my Lucky?
I don't think it says otherwise.
Like, that, God, that's insane.
It's bad. It's badly designed. I think it's too good. And the thing is, they know it's too good because they've changed Lucky for the new edition.
Yeah. Do you guys use Lucky? I don't know of a single table who has ever played with Lucky. But that could just be like our friendship group. I don't know. Do you use it? Have you ever used it? Would you? Do
There you
you,
go.
Vevix?
Do you Vevix?
Will you, Vevix?
Then will you Vevix? If more than one creature spends a luck point to influence the outcome of a roll, the points cancel each other out. No additional dice can be rolled. You gain all expended luck points when you finish long rest.
Oh, interesting.
There you go. So it's like Sentinel. So
Yeah.
you can't double Sentinel someone.
Interesting. Do we think this is unpopular?
What was the opinion?
People that complain about that people banning them just don't know how to balance them. I feel like this is a 50-50
I think
again.
it's actually it's actually a popular take. I think it's for an unpopular reason is the thing. I agree with the opinion that you shouldn't ban things. You should figure out counters for them.
Yeah.
But just being like you're a bad DM is not fair.
How much do you reckon we're gonna get eaten alive on TikTok for being like we work out a way to ban things and we're like, but we ban Lucky.
I ban Lucky. Do you want to know what? You shouldn't ban things, but if you ban Lucky, I understand. Eat me alive, I don't care.
Do as we say, not as we do. Okay, this next one. This is from the Reddit.
Of course.
This is clerics and paladins should be required to worship a deity, a higher power like a demon prince or a great worm to get spells. Also, paladins should only be good, preferably lawful good. This used to be the norm, and being a paladin used to be even more difficult than simply being lawful good. But somewhere along the way, players begged to have paladin powers without playing anything that even resembles a paladin. So we eventually got what we have in 5e. A paladin is a fighter with magic that makes a promise to himself, even if that promise is something like the promise to murder and conquer.
Who cares?
I feel like those are just... Wait, I don't understand. Is OP making that end bit? Are they saying what the example for 5e is?
Yeah, that's like the conquest paladin.
Oh, okay.
It's not a paladin for good. It's a paladin for conquest and taking over and destroying.
I see. You know what? I was like, oh my god, those are two completely separate points there.
Yeah, so the thing is, I understand that that's how it was in the old editions, but no one fucking cares. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
And hey, if you want to run your game like that, that is your prerogative and you can do that and you can play. The thing is, you can play how you want to play, but there's a reason why it was changed.
There's a reason why it was changed.
So many people didn't want to do it like that.
And, like, I forgot what I was going to say. I had to clap out because I was looking at himself and I forgot what I was going to say. The paladin, what was I going to say?
Don't know.
Oh my goodness gracious me, what was I going to say?
Don't know. I can't even remember what I was saying.
No, I can't.
Oh god, I don't know.
I was just
saying there's a reason it was changed.
There was a reason it was changed. And the reason it was changed because, like, why are we so one-dimensional? Like, and also I was going to say, if that's the way you're running it, you gotta tell the people at your table.
Oh,
because
you have to.
Because people don't play like that anymore.
Yeah,
people
I know,
don't care to play like that anymore.
You know, and I think this is potentially a comment on the world.
Yeah.
The world in 2024 has moved away, you know, not entirely, but a lot from organized religion.
Yeah, and also being fucking one-dimensional.
Yeah,
and being
totally.
like, if you're this, you have to be this. It's like, no one fucking cares.
Yeah,
anymore.
totally.
Like, you can be whatever you want and be whoever you want.
Yeah, absolutely.
And not need to worry about, like, the box that we need to fit in.
Yeah, completely.
I don't think that paladins need to have a deity. I don't think that clerics need to have a deity at all.
No.
I think as long as you are, like, you know, as long as you have, I think, do you even need to believe in something? I don't even know. I think, like, in terms of roleplay, it's good. I think it's a good shout to have something that you maybe fight for.
Yes, totally. I agree. But like this, we've had this conversation so many times because this is such a commonly said thing. Like, paladins should be lawful good, and paladins should only have a god.
Yeah.
And it's like, honestly, the example that OP gave in the end here, a paladin that makes a promise to themselves. I
cool as fuck.
I love that. Oh my god,
that's a great idea.
That's so cool.
Like a paladin that makes a promise to a dead lover,
Yeah.
or something like that, or
Yeah.
a lost family member.
Yeah.
Like, that's cool.
Interesting.
Why does it have to just be a god?
Yeah.
Because, to be honest, I know it's a fucking hot take, but not really that many people fucking care about religion.
Yeah, no,
like,
no.
Especially where we fucking live.
Yeah, God, like, especially like in our social circles.
Nobody's fucking religious.
Yeah, and that's not to say that no one is. But,
no, it's not to say no one is.
At the same time,
but it's organized religion still fucking stinks.
All the characters I have played have been religious, apart from Beloved, my first one. Willow was highly religious. Rayla had a god at the very least, but like, Rayla's god was very tangible in a world where gods were
very much existing.
Exactly.
Very much a real thing.
Willow was like very religious to her god. And that's something that I enjoy exploring in my characters because it's something that I don't believe in real life.
But if you want to play a paladin or you want to play a cleric and you have no desire to play a religious character, you should be able to.
You shouldn't have to, and not getting too much into it, but religious trauma is a thing as well.
100%.
Like, to have to go through that in real life and then have to commit to a higher power or a deity in game, like, just stinks.
Just fucking stinks. Like, people sadly still grow up in places where they're forced to go to schools where they have to fucking say the Lord's Prayer and sing the fucking hymns of our fucking Lord and Savior. And like, why are we doing that?
Yeah.
Why are we doing fucking bullshit like that? And why are we making, like, America is a fucking different kettle of fish. We've got religious schools here, and that's bad enough.
Yeah.
But
and
over there,
of course, if you believe in your own religion, we completely respect that. And like, that is completely your prerogative, and that's not what we're saying.
That's your decision.
Yeah. And
but when it's not your decision,
exactly,
is the issue.
Exactly. And I just, like, why should paladins only be lawful good? Why? Who
fucking cares?
Why do we got to do this? Why do we leave paladins alone?
Like, I understand that you played that edition and you enjoyed it and you thought it was really good and your fantasy of a paladin is that. But it's like, my fantasy of a paladin is actually also quite similar.
Yeah,
like,
I agree. I agree.
When I play a paladin,
same.
I am going to play something that is deeply, maybe not even religious, but just deeply committed to a cause. And I get it. I understand that's my fantasy of a paladin.
Yeah, same.
But that doesn't mean that everyone who plays a paladin has to play it that way.
Yeah, I actually really like OP's example at the end. And I know that they're making it to take the piss out of paladins, but I really like their example at the end.
What did you say it again?
So a paladin is a fighter with magic that makes a promise to himself, even if the promise is something like a promise to murder or conquer. That's cool!
So sick.
OP, you wrote it best yourself.
Even though you hate it.
Yeah. What do you think? Do you think this is unpopular?
Yeah, very.
Yeah, me too.
This day and age, very.
Me too.
Very, very unpopular.
There's a reason why it changed. And there's a reason why one D&D, and I'm not speaking specifically on this now, one D&D is
one D&D. D&D.
D&D.
Dungeons and Dragons and...
Dick!
Dick!
is, taking the shackles off a lot of this stuff.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, 5e did that. There's no fucking...
No, God, no, yeah.
I mean, they still had tenants and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Did they have that in 1D&D? I can't remember the...
Yeah, they still have tenants in 1D&D.
Do they? Yeah.
Yeah,
I think they do.
I think so. But I think it's more focused on the idea of tenants, right?
Yeah, than anything else.
Obviously, paladins now get tenants, but it's.
No, I mean there was tenants in 5e, wasn't there?
Yeah, there's tenants in 5e. Yeah. But like, I feel like there's more focus. I could be completely making that up, to be honest.
But yeah, thinky, unpopular.
I think that's very unpopular.
Very unpopular.
Okay, the next one is sex in D&D is fundamentally, inherently, and irredeemably cringe.
Fair enough.
Do all the session 0 consent forms you want. Everyone being on board with it is the absolute bare minimum. Otherwise, it's extra creepy. But,
True.
But even in that circumstance, you are an adult pretending with other adults that some fantasy creatures are boinking.
Badoinking.
And it's incredibly
Me when I badoink.
Me when I badoink you.
No!
What do you think?
Like, look.
I actually have so many opinions on this.
Yeah, so do I. Like, you've heard me say it before, and I'll say it again.
Yep.
I don't play... And this is it. Everyone plays Dungeons & Dragons for their own reasons. I do not play Dungeons & Dragons to romance people, and I do not do it to have sexy time with elves. Whereas Margaret, on the other side, does do it for those reasons.
Me rattling the bars of my enclosure once more.
So, the thing is, right, if everyone's on board and if everyone's cool with it, then do it if you want to. And as long as everybody's like consenting and happy and it fades to black if that's what people want, then totally fine. Relationships and badoinking are very, very, very okay.
Yeah.
But when they're not,
Oh my god,
then
totally.
Then it does get creepy and a bit cringy.
Oh my god, 100%. There is absolutely I think the idea of consent, as OP says here, like that is the most important thing.
Mandatory.
Yes.
Not just it is mandatory.
You have to.
Yes.
You have to. Even if it's just romance, full stop. Like, let alone fading to black. Let alone role-playing sex. Badoinking. So everything I'm going to say is on the basis of that has all been agreed upon.
That's all fine.
Right?
Yeah.
I can't imagine a world in which people sit around and they...
Don't badoink.
Yeah, bye.
They don't do the badoinky.
They like sit around and they ERP out loud with their voices. I can't picture that.
Talking about how they romance each other?
Talk about how they badoink.
Yeah, I mean, that's why it should fade to black.
Yeah.
Unless you want that and everyone's cool with that, which is fine.
Again, I can picture a world where people would want that.
I don't want to picture.
Could you imagine if I just crank out the ERP at the table?
The fucky noises.
Yeah.
The badoinky noises.
Yeah, but it's not even that. It's like having to be like, oh, I take him to bed and I
suck on the tickle bitties.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like, yeah. So I think that the fade to black is fine. If you want to romance, that's fine. I like, but the thing is, I get this opinion because I don't fucking care at all about that. I want to stab the dragon. I want to kill the lich.
And I want to suck on the tickle bitties.
I want to suck on the tickle bitties. So like, I
want to lick.
So like, the thing is, like, why do we have characters like Astarion? Why do we have characters like Astarion? It's because, like, sexiness. It's like, people want to be sexy.
Yeah.
People,
and I would also argue there's a lot more to Astarion.
There is
far the sexiness.
More. But, like...
But listen, you look at he's sexy.
No, it's not... Sorry, yeah, that's the wrong way to put it. Not why do we have Astarion. Why is Astarion so fucking popular?
Why is Astarion so fucking
Why is he
hot?
so fucking goddamn hot? Tell me. Because he is. Yeah. Oh my goodness, he is beautiful. Yeah, and and like, because people like the idea of romancing and having a relationship with a hot sexy elf. Yeah. And and whatever it may be. And that's totally fine. As long as everyone's totally fine with it, that's totally fine too. Yes. Yeah. But yeah, let's not be role playing our sexy scenes in front of people. Yeah. Let's just fade that shit to black.
I want to know what OP has been through. What has OP seen?
What have you seen, OP?
What has OP seen? I want to know.
We find a physical picture of OP and they're like...
No, yeah. You know that dog? With
the cupcakes? Some shit.
What's the dog's name? Scrumbles? No.
No, that's what his treats are called.
That's what his treats are called. What's the dog's called? Like Scratches or something like that. Or like Patches, I think.
Scratches and Patches.
Scratches and Patches, licking and sucking and fucking.
Licking and sucking and fucking.
Anyway,
on Astarion.
What do you think? I don't think that's unpopular at all. I think that's very...
But the thing is, what's the first line?
Sex in D&D is fundamentally, inherently, and irredeemably cringe.
Sex. Because sex isn't just the act of having sex.
Yeah.
Sex, like sex appeal.
Yeah.
Just like the idea of like romancing and things like that can sort of come under that. So I don't mind the foreplay to the act of sex.
No, that's the best part.
But the cutoff comes before the badoink.
Yeah. See, I think I'm reading this too literally. Maybe.
Maybe.
I think maybe I'm reading this as in like they're saying like the act of role playing out the deed.
Because that's weird.
That is weird. Maybe
unless you're okay with it.
Yeah, unless you've all of course consented to it. But I can't imagine anything more uncomfortable than that, to be honest with you. No. No. Okay, this next one.
Okay.
This is running a game with XP is significantly easier than running story-based advancement. The former, I barely have to think at all about how fast we're progressing or whether the players are leveling up at the right time or too fast or too slow. XP is a number used in an encounter creation to begin with, so the only thing I have to do is make sure my players are leveling up at the precisely correct pace is handed out.
Yeah, the XP that they would to level up at
Yeah.
the right pace is handed out
Handed
correctly.
to the party. No extra work.
I mean, that is extra work, though.
I feel like that is.
Because I don't know how much XP it is.
Yeah.
And I understand that the monster manual tells me, but I don't know how much XP is in each level. And I don't know how I would then have to divide up the XP that they need, put it in an amount of encounters that are going to be before they level up. That sounds like even more work.
Yeah, but then again, maybe that's because maybe they just run like a really crunchy game where like numbers are like really important. Maybe.
But,
And
see, the thing is though, like this is just two different levels of experience. I am very comfortable being like, you'll level up here. You'll probably level up at this point. I need to push it back a week. Blah, blah, blah. Like I can do it whenever I want. I am not shackled by the numbers and the numerical values of experience.
Yeah.
But you clearly know how to do it very well.
Yeah, I feel like this is, you know what? This is
fine.
two different brains.
Yeah, they're not the similar brains with two different styles.
Yeah.
Two different experiences.
Yeah,
that's what
very
it
much
is.
so. Yeah, like Jesus, I could not imagine anything harder than having to track what they're on.
I think I could do it, but
that
can't be asked.
And like, I'm assuming this is on the basis of everyone. Like, it's not like whoever gets the kill gets XP.
No,
it's like per encounter.
It's per encounter.
Which, to be honest, if that's the case, I can see what OP is saying. Like, if everything from the start has been very numbers based in terms of that. And you have an overall goal that you're pooling into, I kind of can see how that would be easier. Mm-hmm. But I think it's just two different people with two different ways of doing things.
Yeah,
right?
And like that's it. Like, if you want it, I don't see a problem at all with XP leveling.
Yeah,
I don't see a problem with it at all. I think that. If you're good at it and you know how to like divide up and stuff like that, then totally fine, go for it.
Yeah.
And if your party enjoys XP leveling, the thing is, it's basically the fucking same thing. It is basically the same thing, whereas one just has a numerical value and one is just when we kill this boss.
Yeah, see, I also feel like, though, sometimes it isn't just killing bosses, though, for story-based exploration. I feel
it's more
leveling,
about like goals.
Yeah, and
seeing the plays.
I feel like, and again, only from the way we play, story-based leveling for us is so much more freer and fluid. Because if you go, you know what?
I think we should probably level up.
I think we should level up here.
I mean, that's enough of a milestone.
You have the freedom to do so, where I feel like you would be held back by numbers if not.
I could just imagine this thing. Oh fuck! I didn't like manage the experience right. You're 10 XP off. A goblin runs out and runs right at you, and then the paladin just stabs it, and then they go
just kicks
ding.
It.
It's just like I just don't vibe when it like to me. Experience is very much a game thing, like a video game thing, and story based experience is just way better because I can just do it whenever I want, and I can make it doesn't have to be killing the monster. It can be seeing the new place, taking back the castle. Or something like that.
And sometimes we can be a little bit cheeky and be like,
can we please
level up? Level us up. Level us up. Go on, level us up. And you know what? And sometimes you go, actually, yeah, all right.
I think that's a good idea,
Yeah, all right, actually, yeah. And everyone wins. Everyone profits. Stonks.
Huh?
What do you think?
Spedonks.
Badoinking. Do you think that is unpopular?
Yes.
I don't know.
I think it is. I think most people milestone level now.
I agree, actually.
But if you XP level, there's nothing wrong with it.
No, God, no, absolutely not. I think that the only time there is a problem with it is if it's only the person who gets the killing blow.
Which is fucking stupid. And if people don't turn up, then they don't have the experience. It just gets a fucking mess.
Yeah, totally. What do you all think? I'd like to know.
I would like to know your opinion. Please give it to me.
God, we're coming up on the last few. Goodness gracious. I feel like I've done really bad in timing these scripts, to be honest with you.
We don't time the scripts.
No, but like pacing the script.
Read them out.
Planning the script, like timing.
I think you've done a great job.
Oh, thank you.
Some crackers
You're
in here.
You're going to have some long episodes, friends.
I mean, it's not going to be that long. How many's left?
5.
No, I'm not be quite right.
Yeah, 5. Okay. There is no point in playing D&D if ammo, food, coin weight, encumbrance, etc. are ignored. This breaks the... I had to look up how to say this. This breaks the verisimilitude. Thank you. And if you don't know what that means, because I didn't, how realistic a game is. This breaks the
verisimilitude
of the player characters, which makes them more like Skyrim protagonists than people, and then the whole world falls apart.
Boring. couldn't think of a more boring explain. There's one thing I can see ammo. I can see rations, encumbrance, calculating weights of objects.
Don't make me do it.
I don't want to do it.
Yeah,
and the thing is, like, I can see ammo when it comes to, like, maybe you get like a couple of +1 arrows. Maybe you get a couple of like fire arrows or poison arrows or something like that. Yeah. But if you're a fucking ranger, you're gonna understand how to fletch, and you're gonna understand how to make a fucking arrow. I know. Like, and if you've got a gun, you probably like either bought it with some ammo. Like, no one fucking cares.
Yeah, you know what? I think like I would not want to keep track of ammo. I can understand why people would want to keep track of ammo, regardless of the +1, etc., etc.
Yeah.
I can get that. Coin weight.
The thing is, do you want to know what to me, right? Like, if you go to a town and you go, like, because you want it to be realistic in whatever way, like, I remember in campaign 1, because Percy was a gunslinger, he still went and bought, like, black powder and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like, I know how much you've got. It was just like, you know, every now and then he just went and bought some black powder because it was like realistic.
Yeah.
And it was like a bit of a money sink and things like that. I don't mind those things. I want to go and, you know, buy some nice arrows. I want to go and get a fucking like flame arrow made or something like that. That's cool. That's fine. But we don't need to count how many we bought and stuff like that. That's fucking stupid.
Again, I can genuinely see why people would want to do that. We don't. And encumbrance, we've said it before. Oh my God.
Couldn't think of anything worse.
Don't make me deal with encumbrance. And
then,
like, use your common sense for encumbrance.
Yeah, is it an anvil? It's not going to fit.
Yeah.
You can't carry it.
Yeah.
You're going to be moving real slow if it's an anvil.
Yeah, totally. Like, and again, it goes back to like the whole realism. And again, if you're playing in a realistic campaign, yeah, of course, I can see how that would break it.
There's probably some better systems for you.
Yeah, agreed.
Than
D&D.
And they do it not just in a this is encumbrance. It does it in like a fun way where it makes it fun.
In a thoughtful, like progressive way, as opposed to D&D where you just have a number.
Yeah, and
D&D doesn't hit or can't.
Doesn't really care. It's got rules for encumbrance, and I think there's rules for variant encumbrance as well.
I think there is.
Xanathar's guide. And I've seen Jake from XP Level 3, he loves it. I've seen him talk about it, and he gets fucking hyped up on it because he cares about it. But you know, like, this is it. If you want to play that way, fine.
Yeah, totally.
I don't want to, so I'm not going to.
Like, and you know, I'm about to ask a question. I know what the answer is going to be. Like, they're like, oh, Skyrim protagonists. What is wrong with wanting to be like the main character in a game?
Nothing.
And I understand people are going to be like, because it's D&D, not Skyrim. But like,
well, yeah, if you say that, shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Like, I don't see what is the harm in that?
No.
What is the harm in that?
I want to be Kratos from God of War.
Yeah.
Fine.
Do people like? I don't know. I just like the whole like realism thing. Like, for most tables, that's not going to work.
Why would you not want to be like something you've seen? Why would you not want to relive like fucking a fantasy? Why would you not want to be Aragorn?
Yeah.
Why would you not want to be Legolas? Fuck me. The amount of people who want to play D&D to be Legolas is unbelievable.
Yeah. Like,
why are you not allowed to do that?
And you know, like Skyrim, one of the most popular RPG games out there. Not a bad thing.
No,
like, I don't know. I don't know. I can't subscribe to that. And
also,
exactly. Yeah. Encumbrance.
That's Skyrim, isn't it?
Yeah. It is Skyrim. Yeah, it is Skyrim. Yeah. Get out of here with encumbrance.
I played Skyrim when it first came out, but
I did too.
I didn't get very far.
Yeah, we tried Elder Scrolls Online.
That's when I realized that I didn't like open world games.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Because I looked at the map and I was like,
too much.
Too many things.
Yeah.
It was that and The Witcher 3. I bought The Witcher 3 and then I was like,
I never played The Witcher.
I think you would like The Witcher. I would think The Witcher's actually quite cool, but it's just too many objectives.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Anyway, unpopular and stinky.
Do you think that's unpopular?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think it is as well. I think it is too. But again, for a realism game, yeah, of course. But I feel like a lot of D&D games aren't realism games, like gritty, realistic games.
And the thing, this is the problem with things like this. If you want to play like that, fine, but don't judge me if I don't.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now we're on with playing the way you want to play. But
us being like, boring!
But to me, it is.
Yeah,
it is boring. It's boring to me, and I won't play it.
I think it is too.
Boring.
Boring.
The only way you're allowed to say boring now is you're going to tilt your head back and scream it at the ceiling. Boring.
All right, this next one is healing spells should have 2 casting times as standard. One that's for combat and one that's for combat and one that is a minimum of 10 minutes. They should heal for less for combat and more for non-combat. This encourages out-of-combat healing to keep combat moving, but also keeps the door open for the oh shit moments.
What? I don't think I quite understand.
Yeah, so healing spells should have 2 casting times as the standard.
Okay.
One for in combat and one that is 10 minutes minimum. They should heal for less in combat and more for non-combat. This encourages out-of-combat healing to keep combat moving, but it also keeps the door open for the oh shit moments.
Okay, I think I judged it far too early.
I think you did. You know what? I was shocked at how quickly.
I thought he was gonna say that's 2 rounds.
Oh no! Like 2 different options. Like, and
yeah. So
to me, this just sounds exactly like the bonus action potions.
Action potion.
And
yeah,
then
yeah.
You take.
Mm-hmm,
Yeah.
mm-hmm,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, like if you want to cast Cure Wounds outside of combat, it can take 10 minutes, but it can like
you do the
double.
whole thing.
So
yeah.
what we did was we do bonus action potions, you roll for it.
Yeah.
Action potion, you get the full amount, no roll.
Yeah.
And also with healing spells, you can reroll 1s and 2s, but if you still get a 1 or a 2,
you have to keep
it.
Yeah.
And it's just like it just gives healing that tiny bit of a buff because healing's not great.
No, it's absolutely not.
But the thing is, you've got spells like Aura of Vitality that you can just use.
You can just pop
out of combat,
yeah, exactly.
and then be like, right, you get 2d6. You get 2d6.
You just stand near this thing. Yeah.
So
like the only thing I have with that is it says it keeps the door open for oh shit moments, but if it's black and white as in combat you heal for less because you can use an action, out of combat you take 10 minutes. I don't think there is an option for the oh shit moment in combat because no combat's lasting.
No.
Oh my god, no combat's lasting 10 minutes.
Yeah, I don't quite understand that last bit, but
that's the only thing I don't understand.
I do not mind that. If it did like double the healing but takes 10 minutes outside of combat,
agreed.
Totally fine.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
I think so too. You no
boring.
Boring.
Yeah, I maybe just did too quickly.
That should be a soundboard for Twitch.
Boring. Wow.
Yeah. What do you think?
Yeah. I think buffing healing outside of even buffing it in combat is probably the thing to do, but definitely buffing it outside of combat is a good idea.
I agree.
I definitely I quite like that actually.
Do you think it's unpopular?
I think it's unpopular because not many people do it, but I think if it was an actual rule, I think people would quite like it.
yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. I think it's unpopular because people are gonna be like healing's fine.
No, it's not.
I don't think it is.
Unless you're the Twilight Killer.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Unless you're the Shepherd Druid.
Yes. Yep. Indeed.
With the totem.
Yeah.
With the Peace Cleric.
Life. Is it Life Cleric?
Life Domain, yeah. Life Domain's good as well.
Yeah, indeed. I think that's unpopular. Yeah. But if it was a rule, people would fucking eat that shit up.
Oh yeah, but people love it.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, make healing way better.
Okay, this is the third to last. All right, we're clawing towards the end here. I'm so tired.
Oh,
I'm pooped.
Just some Pepsi.
No, I'm
lots
okay.
of caffeine in Pepsi.
I'm okay. Is there actually? It's
yeah,
Pepsi
loads.
Max.
It's got. Trust me, believe me.
Are you sure?
Mm-hmm.
This happened last time.
Oh, everyone say.
Oh, no.
Everyone ask Margaret if she's okay. Take a bit more.
I'm fine.
Take a little
I'm
bit more.
Sleepy.
Loads of caffeine in Pepsi.
Is there actually?
Yeah, loads.
Oh, I didn't know that. Even Pepsi Max?
Yeah.
No, I had no idea. I just absolutely erupt on.
She blows up.
Yeah, bye. So I can't see the time because the balloons are in the way.
It's 8:15.
Goodness gracious. Okay, this is the third to last.
Go on then.
Attacks of opportunity make combat boring.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, experienced DMs and players know how to keep fights dynamic regardless, but at most tables, especially with people newer to the game, opportunity attacks just punish movement on the battlefield.
Have we not talked about this one?
I don't know.
Have we? I think we might have.
Have we?
So, and I said, and I'll say it again, I absolutely agree.
Maybe we did. I don't know. Did we? Y'all will know way better than us.
Yeah.
Did we talk about this already?
I think we have talked about this, I think I agree. And the reason is, like, I remember bringing up the point. Like, Matthew Mercer is masterful at taking attacks of opportunity to get himself in an advantageous position.
Yes. Oh, I think
he's great
this.
at being like, oh, okay, you get an attack of opportunity and you get an attack of opportunity. And they're like, yeah. And they do a little bit of damage, but then the dragon turns around and now they're in a massive cone and he just blasts them with a breath.
Yeah.
And it's like, I think the attacks of opportunity, we're all so scared of them.
Yeah.
Because we don't want to take damage that we don't need to.
Yeah.
But we actually give ourselves massive advantages for spells, for like different things.
Yeah.
If we just take them and don't worry about them too much.
Yeah, totally agreed.
Because it's not a guaranteed hit.
Yeah.
They still have to roll.
See, I like attacks of opportunity. Like, I like them. I don't know.
Oh yeah, no, I think that's me as a dungeon master talking.
True. I like them. I like the option if someone moves away from me, you know. Without it, Sentinel would be
but it's worthless.
Nothing.
Yeah.
And I love Sentinel.
Yeah, I like Sentinel. Sentinel's a great feat.
Love Sentinel. But like, you know, I love for me as a player, and I think maybe it's because I'm kind of like you. I adopt I don't care, I'll just take the opportunity attack.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, if I was low, it would make me consider it more, and then I could potentially be paralyzed into staying there.
Yeah.
Regardless. I feel like it could go one of both ways.
I think that maybe what if attacks of opportunity only did like half damage or something because they're running away.
Yeah.
Something like that. That would be better.
You just nick them on the way out.
Yeah, like if you get a natural 20, it does full damage.
Yeah.
If you just hit, then it's half damage, and if they miss, it does no damage.
Yeah.
But like it means that people will be less reluctant to just stand, and they will be like, I should probably relocate. I'm going to take this attack of opportunity so I can flank with my friend. Yeah, I might take a little bit of damage, but what if I get a natural 20 over there?
Yeah.
It's like, and it would, to me, I guess taking half damage would be quite realistic. Like, you are running away. It might not be like a full-blown hit. It might just be, like you said, a nick.
Blow.
A glancing blow.
Yeah, I agree,
Something
actually.
like that might be
quite
good.
I agree. What do you think of the opinion?
I think people will hate it. I think people who aren't dungeon masters maybe won't quite understand.
Yeah. I don't know. I understand.
Yeah, but maybe you don't. Maybe you wouldn't. Like, you understand because I've explained it, but maybe you wouldn't have thought that without the explanation.
Yeah, true.
Something like that, maybe.
Yeah, true.
Because, like, people love attacks of opportunities. Me as a dungeon master, my big creatures take a lot of attacks of opportunity. Boring! Take a lot of attacks of opportunity because just of their size.
Yes, definitely.
So,
definitely.
do you want to know what? I agree, actually.
Yeah. Have we read this before?
I think we
let
have.
us know. I feel like, and if not this exact take, definitely
something similar.
Definitely something similar. Yeah, definitely. Okay, this is the penultimate.
Go for it.
This is second to last. All right.
Go on, then.
Okay.
Go on,
here
then.
we go. Abilities that hold on. Abilities that boring. Abilities that are designed as an I win button. Spells like comprehend languages, tiny hut, remove curse, ranger's ability, never gets lost in your favorite terrain, are unfun and actually make the designing of quests harder for DMs. Spells should help solve problems, but not solve not solve the whole mysteries and secrets entirely. What do you think?
But they don't. Let's just say, okay. You get through the dungeon, you're at the end, you see the tablet upon which written is the secret language of the ancients. And then the fucking wizard goes, I cast comprehend languages. And then they can read it.
Yeah.
But in there, it's almost a riddle.
Yeah, you're not going to be like, here's the 3 digits on the back of my card.
Yeah, you're not going to just because they fucking cracked the code of doing the language.
Doesn't mean they have the answer.
Doesn't mean it's over. Maybe it's a nonsensical thing. Maybe it's a jumble of letters that they need to like decipher. Mm-hmm. Maybe it is a cipher. Mm-hmm, maybe there's just a name in there that they need for the puzzle later down the line.
And you know, I feel like that's 100% up to the DM what the tablet says. Like, there is no rule that says the tablet must say the answer to life or the answer, like, this blow those secrets out of the water. And, you know, I feel like the same for Tiny Hut, right? Like, yes, Tiny Hut can be annoying, definitely. But, like, at the same time, that's what? How long is it? 8 hours?
Yeah. There's also a spell called Dispel Magic.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
I imagine that a Disintegrate could probably get rid of it.
Yeah, like, exactly.
If a Disintegrate can get rid of a fucking wall of force, it can certainly get rid of a Lehman's Tiny Hut.
I can understand a little bit more things like the Ranger's ability to not get lost. But, like, at the same time, I feel like
They are only not getting lost in specific terrains.
Yeah,
it's
and
not just
not
like
always.
I never get lost.
Yeah.
It's like you know,
can put-
keen mind.
Yeah,
Like, I know where north is, but it doesn't mean I know the way out of the fucking dungeon.
Yeah, and also like with the whole like ranger thing, it's like just don't put the big secrets in the ranger's favored terrain.
Yeah. Maybe we can have it in a jungle, and they know how to get to the mouth of the cave. But now we're in a cave, and they're not in the jungle, so they can't just find the way to the end of it.
Yeah, totally.
Sounds like a skill issue to me.
Boring. Yeah, I feel like
that's not what these spells do. That's not what these abilities do.
I don't think
they just help us on the way.
I agree. I fully agree. My iPad's died. Oh no!
How? It's plugged in.
It is plugged in. It
Unplug
is
it.
most certainly plugged in.
Am I gonna have to read out the last one?
Oh god, are you gonna have to read the last one? Oh, here we go. Dog's kicking off.
Dog is just suddenly he's woke up and he's like, I need to get out of here. Let me read this last one. Let me read this last one and fucking get us out.
No, come on, you can do it. Come on.
Right, which one? 101.
Yes, this is the last one. Who was it? Like, to be fair, it's a lot of people. People are like, Jack should read the whole script.
You don't want that.
Listen, you are so incredibly talented at so many things, Jack. And this is one of them. Here we go. Last one.
Okay. Babbity beep boop. Doobity babbity beep boop. Oobity doobity ga.
You know how the format to read them out in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This one's sent in by Sherry.
This is our mod, Sherry.
Sherry's mods are she, her.
Yeah.
Mods are she, her. Pronouns are she, her. Boring. So, I hate D12s. I think they're dumb. I once heard they are one of the most popular crafted, the most poorly crafted dice. This is why I don't want me to read it out. but I don't know if that's true. Probably anti-D12 propaganda, and I'm a sucker for that. I much rather all D12s became 2D6s. Yes, it means barbarians get more reliable HP. They should. They're tanks. Yes, it means D12 weapons have more reliable damage. They should. They are big fuck off weapons. And to be fair, there's only one that's a D12 and it's a Great Axe, and it only comes up against the Great Sword and the Great Maul. Not the Great Maul, just the Maul, and they're both fucking 2D6 anyway. And yes, it means Toll the Dead does a tiny bit more damage. Why not? Down with the D12s.
I'm so with you, Sherry.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan
Sherry,
of D12s.
I'm so with you.
Josh really likes them, doesn't he?
Josh does really like D12s. Sherry, I am so with you on this. I would always pick 2D6 over
D12.
1D12.
I agree.
It just feels better.
And statistically, it does.
Statistically, it does come out with more. Yeah, it does. But like, outside
not if you're
of
on a
that,
1 and a 2.
Outside of that, I would always pick to roll 2D6 over 1D12. I don't know.
Is that because you're rolling more dice, or is it just because of the feel of them?
I was gonna say I don't know if it's because tiny stupid little monkey brain goes more dice.
Brain.
Oh, more dice.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
I'm just a little lad. Who doesn't like rolling D12s?
Down with the D12s. Yeah, I agree. I think D12s, like, what do you use D12s
I once
for?
heard they are one of the most poorly crafted dice.
What does that mean?
What does that mean?
What does that... Sherry, what does it mean?
Please.
What does it mean, poorly crafted? As in, like, less thought out, maybe?
How can it be less thought out, though? It's just 12. It's just 12 phases.
I don't really know. I have absolutely
Sherry,
no idea.
You and your D12 propaganda.
Yeah, no, I agree.
7.
I think that's so weird having them read out
6.
to me. Any more?
What?
Any more rolling? Okay.
1 on the D12, down with the D12. 8 on the D6s. There you go.
There you go.
And that's just facts. That's just facts of life.
That was so strange having it read out to me.
Like, don't get fucking used to it.
Like, actually having, like, being able to react. Do you, like, react in real time as I read things?
Yeah.
Do you, like, look at the camera and, like,
yeah.
do you?
Yeah.
Man,
especially when you were like, healing spell should have 2, and I was like,
boring. Go on, do the face.
What?
The kid face. Boring.
Boring.
Yeah, I fully
I
agree.
banged my elbow off the thing, and it probably made loads of noise, and it hurt. I hurt my elbow.
No.
Right, I'm going.
What? Oh my god! What?
I'm out.
Do you think it's unpopular?
Yeah.
You read one and you're like, I'm lost.
I think that people much prefer rolling 2d6 over 1d12, but I don't think there's anything wrong with d12s.
Yeah.
Josh really likes rolling a d12.
Josh does like rolling.
There ain't
D12.
much like seeing a 12 on a d12 though.
True, especially for health, I suppose. But who gets the D12? What, Barbs and...
That's it.
Just Barbs?
Yeah, you do this every time.
I do.
I tell
I was
you-
about
I
to be like, it's Paladins, but no, Paladins get
I tell
D10.
you that it's just the barbarian and you go,
What?
is it?
No.
Yeah, because rangers, blood hunters, paladins and fighters all get a d10.
Yeah. Weird. Give Paladins a D12. I say after slagging
Paladins
off D12s.
don't need the d12s. The paladins,
Give Paladins a D12.
the paladins and the fighters get the big armor.
Anyway, yeah. Do you think that's unpopular?
Yeah.
I don't know, actually. I don't know.
I don't know. Actually, it's
what do
probably
people
down the
use
middle.
D12s for? Seriously, what do people use
Barbarian
D12s
Selvin
for?
a great axe.
Yeah. Apart
And
from
some
them-
spells.
Oh, she brought up Toll the Dead. because
Toll the
once
Dead,
you
and I'm
hit
pretty sure
someone-
is it like Poison Cloud or something that does a fucking bunch of d12s?
I don't know.
Something like that.
Absolutely not a clue, to
Or
be honest.
is it fucking Sickening Radiance?
Oh, God, I have no idea. Like, but yeah, Toll the Dead, you get the D12 when you've already done damage on the creature, don't you? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really know. What are you using D12s for? I'd like to know. What do you use D12s for? Do you use D12s?
D10s.
Do you
Sickening
Vevigs?
Radiance is d10s. Do you Vevigs?
Would you prefer D?
When will you Vevigs?
All right, let's go.
Catches on stream on Sunday.
Oh my God, roll call. Last roll call.
Roll call, stream on Sunday.
You wanna
Be there
see-
or be a fucking square.
Oh my God.
Get fucking wrecked.
Be there or be
Bang.
a D12.
Yeah, be there or be a fucking stinky d12.
If you want to see some of this absolute bullshit on live stream,
Chaos on
come
stream.
along.
Come along and have some fun. www.eldritchpodblast.co.uk. You can go and pick us up. I don't have it on. You've got it on.
I do.
You got the heavy metal t-shirt on, or pick up a logo t-shirt there. Thank you very much to anyone who's ever picked one up.
More designs coming.
Yeah, more designs coming very
Don't know
soon.
when, but definitely coming.
Probably quite soon, actually.
Yeah.
Our Hellbound store is linked down below. Code Podblast will get you 10% off anything you want there. Notebooks, dice bags, inspiration tokens, fucking anything. You name it, it's there.
Anything. The blood of your first child.
Yeah, it's
anything
there.
you want. Yeah. We are not shipping any orders out though until Monday the 8th. Well, probably after Monday the 8th of January.
So, just fucking pipe down if you're fucking waiting. Yeah. Well, like the video, subscribe.
My iPad's turned on. Sorry if the end of this was a little bit chaotic. We've been filming all day.
Like the video, subscribe if you haven't. Hit the bell to be notified on a Monday and a Thursday when we upload our videos, so you can be the first one and say first in the comments. Comment down below, what's your favourite Fall Out Boy song?
Oh yeah, go on. What's your favourite Fall Out Boy song?
What's your favourite Fall Out Boy song?
Go on.
Tell me what your favourite Fall Out Boy song is.
One of my favourite Fall Out Boy songs is the intro song to Folie à Deux.
Nobody liked that album, did they?
Yeah, it was the second album after From Under the Cork Tree. That has Thanks for the Memories on it.
Oh, I'm thinking of the wrong one.
Yeah. The intro song, don't know what it's called. Intro song to that album's a fucking banger. Absolute banger. But listen, if it's anything other than Sugar We're Going Down, I don't know.
Your favourite Fall Out Boy is not Sugar You're Going Down.
It's a great song. It's a great song.
Is it the end of August?
Huh?
Was that
Grand Theft Autumn.
Grand Theft Autumn?
And you know what? I knew you were going to say
Grand
that.
Theft Autumn is such a tune.
Grand Theft Autumn is a tune. Yeah.
Grand Theft Autumn. What's your favourite Fall Out Boy song?
Go on.
Tell me down below.
Yeah.
I love you.
I love you.
Bully loves you. We're going to see you. What day is this?
Don't know.
On next
A day.
time. Bye.
Bye.